This is Anderson Pens, podcast episode 30 for Sunday, December 16th, 2012. This is Brian.
This is Lisa.
This is the Anderson Pens Radio Network. Welcome.
I don't know why I like that so much.
Trying to stump me?
Just, I want to get that welcome in there.
Okay. All right. I see it's written in blue, which means you say it.
That's mine, taking ownership of the welcome. Oh my. Must be getting close to Christmas or something.
I think so.
Anyway. So we're just going to jump right in?
I think so, unless you have a better idea.
No. I think that Hugh will appreciate if we just jump right in because he'll be driving. So
that was a shout out to you, Hugh.
Yep. I told him to listen and randomly we just toss it in there. So.
We'll keep bringing his name up.
There you go.
In the middle.
Let's see. So something occurred to me when we were meeting with our accountant the other day that I don't keep very good track of my pens. Well, I don't have nearly as many as Brian, but I give Brian a number of pens every year, and it just blows me away that he knows exactly what pen was an anniversary present, what year, who we bought it from.
Where you hid it.
Well, where I hid it, like in your sock drawer, that's just fun. But, who we bought it from, what show you saw it at, what year, whether it was anniversary, dating anniversary, Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, whatever. I can't keep track of all that. I just don't remember. But I know that I should keep better records, and, certainly our accountant was supportive of that. We keep records of, obviously, the business stuff, but not so much the personal stuff. So we just thought we'd kind of chat about that and see what all of you out in listener land do. How do you keep track of what you had, what you paid, maybe relevant info on the pen if you ever decide to sell it? Like, I know I got my beloved Parker Penman Sapphire ink in Detroit, but I really have to think about when. It was Detroit Show 2011. I don't buy much on eBay, but I really have to think about which show I bought, like a Namiki Vanishing Point, or, which of my cool Mont Blancs that don't look like a Mont Blanc we got, So just thought we'd kind of maybe chat about that.
Well, some people keep, I guess there's two or three primary means. Some people use a spreadsheet. Others use an actual database program. And I know there is one floating around on FPN. At least there has been in the past. I know I've used it.
Yep.
Others just simply use a notebook, write something down with each pen so that they can see difference in variation between pens. I personally have used the Excel spreadsheet in the past. Which that way I can customize it to my needs and have the columns that I want, such as, I have everything from brand, model, color, material, the date I purchased it, who I purchased it from,
yep.
Notes on the purchase, nib material, size, the cost, repairs made, if there was a cost to that, what I've done to it. What might be considered the retail value. Sometimes I use a range because you just never know. And many others. Now, while database application actually allows for other fields such as image fields that you can't have in a spreadsheet or writing sample images, often the stock programs that will have fields that you do not need, or you may find yourself spending an awful lot of time trying to make the database something that's going to work for you. And some people are just quite frankly, I don't want to say turned off from a database, but it can be a little intimidating. I guess one of mine, I should say, I won't speak for Lisa, the list on the things to do for 2013 is maybe a better pen inventory.
And yet I have a complete inventory of every Coach purse I've ever bought. So I guess it's a matter of
Priorities.
priorities. I don't have nearly as many Coach purses as we have pens,
Yep.
but it is something to think about, even if not for tax purposes. It might be for insurance purposes, or if at some point you decide to sell it, you may not remember how much you paid. You may not remember what year it was made. Some of the information you might want, or whether or not it was repaired or by a certain person. You may want that information. So some kind of info, I think, is important.
But also benefits actually in the event of your untimely demise. It benefits your heirs. So if now the other half of this is being able to identify the pen in the pen chest to the pen listed on the spreadsheet. But if you have a solid gold overlay and your heirs have no idea what it is, if they sell it for, someone offers them $50 for it, that may sound like a good deal since Bics are $2.99 for 20 of them, whatever. So and we've talked about planning before,
estate planning
and stuff, but this is really kind of a crucial component of that. So
especially should something happen, God forbid, a fire, a flood, even just water damage. If you've got it, let's say, in the second floor of your house, and you've got some kind of storm damage, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose we should do something with that next year.
Absolutely.
Which is like 2 weeks from now.
Crud.
Let's see. Speaking of fixing problems, I'm just thinking. I'm trying to find a good lead in for that.
You're trying to find a good lead into this?
Yeah, for the pen room.
Okay.
Which is now like beautiful, but it was so hideous before. All right,
I think we're close here.
Yeah. Carpenter Joe came by with my shipping table.
Oh my goodness.
I am in heaven. He's just amazing. I got to quiz him a little bit on, what did he do before carpentry? Because he's got kids who are now out of college. So he's not, 22. And apparently he's been doing this since high school. It was a fascinating tale of how Joe evolved into Carpenter Joe. But my shipping table, he called, said it was ready. And we had told him how big we wanted it and how tall, so that we could use some stools we already had. And so it's exactly what we wanted, but with a twist. He trimmed out the top of the table in a contrasting wood, and we had requested that it just basically be a tabletop and 4 legs, and then the 2 shorter legs have some kind of a cross piece for stability. Well, he took it and improved on the design request, and he made an actual frame, and the cross pieces have, not only are there cross pieces on the short side, but there's a cross piece, almost like a footrest, that goes the length of the table. It's so solid, and it's gorgeous. I kept taking pictures and sending them to Brian the other day when he was at work. But it's the same color. It's just wood with a clear varnish, so it matches the rest of the bookcases. It looks great on the bamboo floor. Absolutely gorgeous. And it comes apart. I just figured he would have basically a table and 4 legs that attached, I don't know, somehow. It's so beautiful. Yeah. And then I think next week he's bringing over 9 or 10 shelves that he's building, because we need more already for the bookcases. So.
Yeah, and one bonus is he actually brought over this year invitation to the annual holiday party.
Oh yeah, this thing's amazing. Ta-da!
There it is. He and his wife Nancy throw this huge party every year. It's ridiculous is maybe a good word for it. Standing room only.
Yep. Every room in the house has people in it.
Yep. And this is a 3-story house, pretty much.
Huge. Big house.
It's 27th annual, and 100 or more guests. I don't even know. But tons of food.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great party. And we went, was it 2 years ago?
2
3
years
years ago? And we went fashionably late. And that was a mistake. Yeah, just stupid, I guess, is the word. They make these chicken wings that are amazing. Completely amazing. And we got in and literally there were like 3 left.
Oh, it was sad. Yeah.
So we're not gonna make that mistake again. But I think with the table we're pretty much closing in on finishing up on the room.
Yes.
We
table
have
and the shelves.
We're actually putting up a world map.
This will be cool.
This weekend maybe we've got it pretty close to done. That we're going to hang up, and then we're going to put little pins in where all the U.S. pen shows are that we attend, and all our customers. We're going to put a little pin in for you, where you are in the world, and that'll give us a good idea of where all Anderson Pen's customers are. So
it'll be fun to watch, especially both the U.S. and the international. See where in the U.S. if there are any clusters, like you can almost maybe picture like pen clubs. Like everybody's buying from a certain place. Or internationally, it's going to be really fun. I want somebody from Greenland.
All right. You heard it here first. Somebody
please
buy a bottle of ink or something.
I think we've sold to New Zealand. I know Australia, many, many countries all over the world. But
we don't get much from the continent of Africa. Not much.
No, that may be a PayPal thing.
So
I don't know. Anyway, we're going to start giving you a pin and putting it on there, and it'll be fun to watch that fill up. But definitely, I think it'll be fun to see all the pen shows, because I know the mileage for when we go to a show, and we know like how many hours it takes to get to Dallas, or how many hours it takes to get to Little Rock, or Raleigh or whatever. But I think it'll be really fun to see the distance on the map.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice visual reference will be cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start that in January. That'll be fun.
Yep.
And then we've got a couple things we need to frame out and put up, and then I think we're done. But
I think so.
It seems to be ever evolving.
Well, we get stuff up, and then we decide we want more, we want less. We're going to put some cork and some calendars that we can see from our comfy chairs, and we hung up a gift from a friend.
Oh yeah,
put that up already in the pen room, and we've got a couple displays up. So we're working on it.
Okay, very good.
Yep. What else?
Let's talk. Last week we announced the new limited edition Edison Anderson bulb filler, and we held them up. And it's really doesn't do it justice. If you haven't seen it online, I thought maybe today I would share my screen, and I've got some rather large images for those that haven't had a chance to see it, but we can talk about it again here. So
gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen here, and right now they're living in Arkansas.
Well, they're visiting. They're not living.
Visiting. Yeah, they're not living
They better
there.
be visiting. Send my babies back.
Skype is giving me problems here. Let's see.
Beautiful. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, let's see if I can do it here. Here
I
we go.
love the ocean flake.
There we go. Do you see it there?
It's coming. Yep, there we go.
There we go. All right. So yeah, this is the ocean flake. Really a stunning, almost cracked ice color. If you want to think some of the vintage pens, or if you know the Esterbrook cracked ice variants. If you've seen us at shows, we have them with us. Just ask to see them. But really a stunning pen here.
The colors are beautiful. They're like a light blue and a dark blue, like you can probably see. But then there's kind of a thread of turquoise that is just really pretty.
Yeah. And with this bulb filler, it holds a ton of ink, 2.5 milliliters. as opposed to most of your cartridge pens are converter pens are half a milliliter of ink. This is 5 times that amount right in the barrel. It's super easy to fill.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'd never actually used a bulb filler, which, is way easier than I thought. I mean, you just squeeze the sack.
Yep.
Every Edison bulb filler does come with a set of instructions, but it really is as simple as squeezing the sack slowly, letting it fill, doing it a couple times. I mean, it's super easy, and then you just screw the blind cap back on.
Yep.
And I have really small hands. I don't like a big pen, but this is a good size. It's not too big. I don't feel like it's a huge nightstick in my hand, but it's definitely not a tiny pen either. It's really a good size.
Yeah, the shape of the barrel, I think, really makes it a good posting size.
Yep.
The ebonite is really a pretty...
Oh, it's beautiful.
A pretty orange swirl, somewhat very reminiscent of vintage, maybe even wall style modeling.
Yep.
But pretty much the same idea here. You get the sack and two-tone nib and gold trim on this guy here, but both really, really nice pens.
And the ebonite just glows. It's like, like wood, and you can see the ripples, and it's just really got a nice organic, for lack of a better word, really organic feel. It's just really, I almost feel like it warms up in the hand. Yeah,
it's a nice pen. And if you buy these, now we're doing these through January 7th, it's gonna, if you were normally to buy a bulb filler from Edison, it would be about $50 to $65 more to buy them through the Edison signature line. But if you get one of these two, it's going to save you some money. So.
Yep. And the Ocean Flake, never been used before, and hopefully we will use it all up, and it'll never be used again.
Yep.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah. We should make pillars in our house of that material or something.
Right out front?
Yeah, something. It's beautiful. I'm in love.
Funny. So.
Let's see. So that's new stuff. How about the repair bench? What you got going on there?
Well, this week I had a number of repairs. They seem to come in waves. Some of them actually destined as Christmas presents, which is kind of cool. In fact, one lady sent, her son lives in Wisconsin, and she sent along even Christmas tags, don't open till Christmas. So we got to put those on the box for him. But we had a nice Carmine Schaefer balance hang out here for a while. We had a Vacuumatic standard double jewel lockdown filler, nice two-tone nib, super nice writer. That was here for a couple of days. Several Esterbrook's, and then one of them came to me. This was like broken section week for Esterbrook's apparently, but one of them came to me with the broken section. Now when the customer sent me an email, he says, I've got this Esterbrook and it has a broken section. Now, when I hear that, I think it's got cracked. You see them with cracks, and then of course the ink leaks out and it gets your fingers inky. But no, this one here was clear broken off.
I'd never seen one like that before.
It was flush to the barrel, and what's amazing to me is these sections are hard rubber. So somehow this section broke off, and yet it didn't leave so much as a scratch on the barrel.
Or a crack.
I would have expected it to completely crack the barrel. There was no crack in the barrel whatsoever. I used a tap and die set that I've had for some 20 years that I got for Christmas, maybe 20 years ago. Inserted the tap in to get a little bit of a grip on it, heated it up, pulled it right out, and there it is.
So weird.
I'm going to save that just because it's so funny that that it's crazy. But I know someone said I could use a screw extractor, but you know what? Whatever tool gets the job done, it worked, and the pen's now back in full working order with a new section in place. Everybody's going to get their stuff in time for Christmas, so
Yep.
all is good.
Pen polishing tonight while we watch a CSI Miami or something.
Yep, absolutely. So
cool.
We've got a couple new interesting modern pens up on the website.
Another pen that got away kind of thing.
Oh my goodness.
We got in some pens from Pilot. The Metropolitan arrived. Everybody's been talking about that. Brian took one to try, and I'm not sure what's going on in his office, but I keep hearing comments like, "Oh, this is so nice." So he's either using the pen, I see you, or he's surfing eBay again. We also got in the Pilot Plumix, or Plumix, I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
Yep.
Yes, you're playing with your Metropolitan there. That's a nice writing pen.
It is. I mean, for a $15 pen, and it actually comes with an aerometric converter, not a piston converter. If companies keep making inexpensive pens that are this good, the rest of them are really going to be in trouble, I think, because that's crazy.
It was super, super smooth. He let me try it before he ran away with it. And then the pen that got away, and I'm not sure what happened, but I know that Brian took a blue Plumix to play with and to photograph and all that, and we can't find it. So I'm not sure if he's hiding it.
I'm not hiding it. I want to try it out.
All right. So here's a purple one to show you. Semi-transparent barrel. They all came with Pilot cartridges separate. So we spent a little bit of time and we just inserted them. We haven't pierced it, but this way everybody's guaranteed to get the cartridge. But the cap is, I don't know if you can see that. The cap is really funky. It almost looks like an arrow.
Yeah. It's got little knobs here to help you.
I lost it. Oops. Nice nib. Cool color, clear section. And then they come in purple, blue, which we lost, and black, which is more like a smoke.
Yeah, and these have about a 1 millimeter italic nib on them.
Oh, yeah.
So
Let's see if I can.
Once we actually ink one of these up, it should be pretty
fun.
cool. Yeah.
I can do some of my calligraphy with that.
Yeah, and the barrel's got enough room in there that you can actually put a converter in too. So, but I like how the barrel is tapered. It's much like a desk pen, like an Esterbrook dipless pen.
Yes, very much.
You can post the cap, provided you didn't drop it on the floor.
Well, I can see it. See if I can slide over there and grab it.
You can post it. It's just kind of awkward.
Well, it's kind of fun. Here, let's see if I can get back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just really kind of funky, I think, how it's so small, but it does fit. I've already pierced the cartridge, so I'm going to play with it.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
Well, it's totally not fair.
It's not my fault you lost yours. I just have a big pile of pens on my desk. I don't lose anything.
All right.
So anyway, so that's it. Let's see. We got restocked on some Iroshizuku ink, and then the 3 new colors will not be out until January, according to Pilot, which is sad because they're really pretty. But as we've already placed our order, so as soon as they're available, they'll be shipping. So.
Yeah, and also the new Noodlers pearls.
Those are
came
cool.
in. Man, some cool colors, and one named after with our own state in mind. There's a Green Bay.
Yep.
The Truck Lagoon is a cool color.
Yeah.
And some of the pearls, solid colors. Maybe if the Ahab has been a little too funky for you.
A little too loud.
Little too loud. Some of these are a little more subdued, maybe more appropriate in the boardroom, so to speak. But very cool. The new Conrads that we got in, the Tahitian tortoise is killer.
I'm gonna have to recount those like every day to see see if Brian took one.
We got the California tortoise, the Hawaiian tortoise, and the Tahitian tortoise. Really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Nathan's doing a great job. Great job on those. So, and we've got some more coming in next week.
Yep, we've sold some already, and then I got shipping notification, and the next batch will be here on Tuesday, including a couple that we didn't get the first time around because they were out. Sort of like Twisby, you never know what you're going to get until you get the shipping notice.
Hey, nice lead in. So yesterday, if you didn't check it out, FP Geeks podcast. We were on. Had a good time as always with Stephen Brown and Dan Smith, talking pens. Some funny stuff before, during, and after the show. But anyway, as we're sitting there, and there's always a segment on the show about recent acquisitions, and we get to talk about whatever we got in the last week or 2 weeks. And just before that, Lisa comes up to the side of the desk over here and hands me a box.
Twisby had just arrived.
Right? So new VAC 700s in clear are finally here. And they're very cool, but they don't look like the prototype pictures that we had seen before. So this was kind of a nice surprise. The piston knob and the section are in smoke.
Yep. So
it's sort of like the Mini in Classic, except this does have a clear, transparent cap and transparent barrel, but the section and the piston knob are smoke on this one, which is kind of cool. We weren't expecting that. No. It's a nice look, I think. And maybe they took the cue from how well the Classic had been selling. But they come with the new nib units, and this writes extremely well. Yep. So I'm excited. Inked it up. We put some of the Ackerman, I don't know what the official term is, but Ackerman Brown that I got you for Christmas last year.
See, he keeps track of that. It was Christmas last year. It was Christmas
last year, yeah.
Yeah.
And which is a really nice color ink. Boy, I wish we could get it.
Yep.
But we'll have to deal with what we have. But nice color ink. It writes real well. It's not dry like the old ones, but very
nice pen.
Yep. Yeah, very, very pleased. And we went downstairs actually this morning and we grabbed a couple more for our growing Twisby collection. So we got the smoke and the amber here that we're gonna.
I love the amber color.
Up. Yeah, it's growing on me.
What do you mean?
Why
are my pens in your office?
Because I'm gonna ink them up for you. Isn't that on my business card? Husband, father.
Pen inker.
Pen inker.
Inker of the Queen's pens. Yeah,
that's right.
Something. All right, I'm going to count my pens, though. Making sure.
Right. If I were you, I'd go back to that spreadsheet.
I don't have a spreadsheet.
Ooh.
All right, we'll work on that.
All right.
I'm going to play with my Plumix. At least I know where mine is.
Well, I'm going to take a look at that when you're done with the podcast.
It's cool. It's writing really well.
I guess it's probably time, huh?
Oh, somebody out there is going to be a happy camper.
Speaking of VAC 700s.
Yes.
So, right here.
We had some fun. Did I mention fun and funny entries for the holiday giveaway? Every day we'd go to the post office and we'd pick up a couple more and read them on the walk home or on the drive home. And some were cute, some were funny, some were original.
Oh, yeah. Original art on some of them,
yep.
Which is cool. And those we're going to find a place for downstairs in the pen room.
See, we keep adding stuff to the pen room.
We do. It's already too small. You need to build out.
Ooh, okay.
So, do you want to go to random.org and pick me up a number?
I could.
Drum roll, please. And we had some entries from quite a number of entries from our friends from the north in Canada, Germany, Australia, Philippines, So
Trying to find where it is.
it should be right on the main page there.
I don't know. Doesn't seem to be right.
So I'm going to vamp until she's ready.
Why is this not working?
The
Home. Oh, there it is. Duh.
should be right on the main page.
Right in front of me. Hello. All right, you ready?
So the winner gets their choice of VAC 700, colored VAC 700, sapphire, amber, or smoke in whatever nib size they want that we have, and a bottle of Schaefer and a bottle of Schaefer green and Pelican 4001 red. So.
And random.org says the winner is number 28. Dun da da!
Aha! It's one of the biggest ones.
Ooh.
Here it is. The winner.
Was it the moose?
It is not the moose. No.
Oh. I like that one.
Winner, Mr. Gary from Canada.
Awesome.
And he wants the VAC 700 amber with the broad nib.
Very cool. The amber is a really funky, like a terracotta color. I really like it.
Yeah, there it is. So very similar to this, Gary.
Yeah.
And
what he has.
We'll get in touch. He wrote his with Lamy Safari and Diamine Apple Glory. So he did follow the instructions.
I love that when you guys tell me what you're using because I can drool over the ink.
So we will we'll get that out to you this week, probably. If we can, we'll get it out tomorrow.
As soon as we hear from you.
Actually, he's got everything in here, so we can. I've got his address. We can just send it right out.
Awesome.
So there we go. Thanks everybody for sending in your entries.
I think they should have to write a haiku or a love poem or something for Valentine's. What do you think?
I think that will be
my pen because
that'll be our next one. I think we'll come up with something good for that. A red pen or something.
Ode to a pen.
Ode to a pen.
Something. I don't know.
Excellent. Very good idea.
No limericks.
There once was a man from
No, thank you.
Appleton.
There you go.
Anything else we want to talk about this week?
No, I think a couple surprises coming up that we'll save for next week.
Oh, really? What? Like what?
I'm not going to tell you. It's a surprise.
Oh, come on. Give me a hint.
No. It's soft.
It's okay. All right. With that, comments, suggestions for topics, use your pens. Write to us at Anderson Pens, P.O. Box 732, Appleton, Wisconsin 54912.
Or catch us online.
Email is brian@andersonpens.net.
Or lisa@andersonpens.net.
You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/AndersonPens.
We are on Facebook. It's facebook.com/AndersonPens.
Check out our blog, andersonpens.net/blog.
And the website, andersonpens.net.
Join our mailing list for advance notice of upcoming events or pre-orders. Thanks for listening to our podcast, and we'll see you next week.